Hey guys, this is Justin and Laura, and we are here on behalf of Caldwell Health. We are a Plexus Ambassador team, and we are currently reading Millionaire by Halftime. Make sure I hold it up so you can see the author, so you don't go to Amazon and have a hard time. And we were just wanting to share with you some of the things that we have read in Chapter 2, mainly the power of leverage. Now, I know that may be a foreign concept to some of you, and it was for us. We had never heard of the power of leverage until we read this chapter. But I think it's a pretty amazing thing that really has a way to revolutionize the way we make money, what we do for a living. So we're just going to bounce back and forth here, share a few things with you, and then make sure and comment. Join us on Caldwell Health. It's a Facebook page.
Okay, and I'm going to jump in and tell you the leverage thing was something that I was like, that sounds weird. I don't know what that is. I have no clue if I'm okay with that. It's almost a weird word in and of itself. And what happened in Millionaire by Halftime is there is a perfect explanation. By the way, we recommend this book. Highly recommend
definitely.
This book.
No matter what company you're with or what you do for a living, I think just seeing how other people make a living is an amazing thing.
Exactly. Now, this chapter goes in and discusses Warren Buffett, and a lot of us know Warren Buffett. He's incredibly successful, and people think, well, he just kind of came out of the gate successful, right. And that's kind of true. Actually, in the book we learned that he started working when he was 9, and that was because his dad encouraged him to get a summer job, but then his mom was like, summer's over, job stop. School, right. School. And right. So Warren was like, that's not okay with me, which is, I think, motivational. I think it was around 12 or something that he decided, right. This is not okay. I'm not making money, I'm just going to school. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't enough for him. So he took leverage and he decided, what would make me money? If I can't actively work and I have to focus on my studies, what would make me money? So he bought a gumball machine. How great is that? He bought a gumball machine and put it in a barber shop, and then that made him money. And he used the money from the gumball machine to buy a pinball machine.
Exactly.
And then another pinball machine, and then another pinball machine. And so he was using leverage to make money. He didn't have to work, and just started multiplying his efforts that he did pretty much one time. Or
exactly right. And I think you understand that the principle here is while he's in school, he's making money. So when people walk into the barber shop and they buy a gumball, that's money in his pocket. And so that brings us to the idea of linear versus residual income. And some of you may have heard this term. It's very popular on the internet right now because people are beginning to learn that they can make a living without going to a traditional 40-hour-a-week job. So one of the things we like to talk about is no matter what you do for a living, whether that's working for minimum wage or working as a doctor, there's only so many hours in the work week, right? There's only so many hours that you can get paid. So whether that's $8 an hour or hundreds of dollars an hour, you're basically capped on how many hours that you can work. Well, as Warren Buffett figured out, you can make money by figuring out ways to make residual income, which is really the beauty of network marketing. And we want to keep this video short and simple, but we want to share this with you. Paul Getty, a lot of you guys have probably recognized the last name Paul Getty of Getty Oil, said, I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. So if you're in management, you understand we've got to delegate, right? You can't do everything. We see managers fail all the time because they try to take everything on themselves. So how do you make that residual income? How do you make money while you sleep? I mean, have you ever heard that term? I'm making money while I sleep. Or this is, there's a great book out. I recommend all you guys, Beach Money. That's the same concept. You know, how are you making money while you're doing something else? Being at the beach, being with your family, pursuing something that you enjoy. You may want to make money to go to school. I mean, people have all kinds of reasons to make extra money. So let's take a look at numbers real quick.
Okay, I've drawn up this chart. So for you to see, this was actually explained in this book too that we pulled away from, and I want you to see this is one person, and that one person, if he's a really hard worker, can work 60 hours a week, right? That's actually common. I hear of people working 80 hours a week anymore. Times 4, that equals out to 240 hours a week for that one person. Now let's pretend that one person decides to enter into a network market. He finds 3 people who finds 3 people, who finds 3 people, who finds 3 people, goes down 4 levels. That gets you 120 people on your team. 120 people, they don't have to work 60 hours. We don't all have to be putting in so much effort. We don't all have to be putting in so much work. Let's say they only worked 4 hours. 4 hours a week, by the way. Not just 4 hours a day, 4 hours a week. That times 4 weeks equals 1,920 hours. That's 8 times more hours that would come back to this man here because it's his team. And by the way, I put a heart around the team because we love our teams.
That's
it's
right.
not, we're not this, the people that look at this and say it's a pyramid and only the people at the top make money. No, we're all making money. And in fact, as you look down the levels, they're helping each other out. This is not, it's not like we're just going to be building up to one person at the top. That's when you're in a linear job and there's a CEO at the top and then there's managers, and when you're down at the bottom you can only make so much money because you only have so many hours. If you wanted to go 8 times 60 hours, that's about 4 times as many hours as there are in a day that you would have to have in your day in order to work that much. So it's impossible. Like, you cannot do this alone. You cannot just work in as a surgeon or as, now there's nothing wrong with working those jobs, but it's not the same. And there's nothing wrong, I would say, either with working network marketing, because it's using leverage, using team building, helping people out, and everybody benefits. And that's something that I think you can take away from this as well. Not just that one person with the 1,920 hours benefits. Everybody's benefiting, because guess what? They're only working 4 hours and yet they're seeing some sort of income.
That's exactly right. And I mean, just to wrap up here, let's close with this question. What is your dream? What is the one thing that you would be doing right now if you could do anything?
We're living our dream.
And when I say anything, I mean anything. Anything in the world that you could imagine that you would do right now. Why not get there? Why not do it with residual income? I mean, most of the people that are making incredible amounts of money that you are aware of, people, names that you know, that's how they do it. They're doing it through residual income. So, like I said, check us out at Caldwell Health. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to be putting out more videos on a regular basis. Comment, like that, or we would appreciate that so much. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.